Yeah. Well, you know, I had George Perez on. You know George Perez?
The comic?
Yeah. George did some time in jail.
He did?
Yeah. And
like a long time ago?
Yeah, a few years back, early 2000s, for a fight at a basketball game.
Wow.
Some street basketball game, beat some dude up. And then years later, he was on MTV, and the dude saw him on TV.
Oh, I heard about that.
What?
Yeah.
And that's how he got arrested?
Yeah, that's how he got arrested.
And then he did prison time?
Yeah, he did 3 years.
Holy shit.
He's fucking hilarious, by the way, and his stories are hilarious. He's just a funny dude. But when he was talking about prison, it got me thinking. Like, he was talking about how much people make. And he was talking like 38 cents an hour or something like that. Like, wasn't that one of the things that he said? Something ridiculously low. And then I'm like, okay, how is that not slavery? Like, how are you, like, you not only are you putting someone in jail where they can't go anywhere, but you are forcing them to work at this insanely low rate that no one would ever work for.
That's true.
Like, when you look at the definition of slavery, if you say, well, slavery ended in 1865, how is slavery done in 1865 when you have men literally in chain gangs breaking? Well, we wrote it down on paper, so you know. Well, this guy robbed a purse, you know, like, or whatever reason you put those people in.
Yeah,
I mean, either kill them, or you know, like you can't like force someone to break rocks, right? You can't force them to work for 13 cents an hour or whatever.
Do they do that still in places?
Some places.
Yeah.
I think that one of the last places that still, or I don't know if they still do, was in Louisiana. What's that Louisiana prison that's really famous? They had chain gangs.
Is that the one where they made the inmates wear pink and stuff?
No, that's in Arizona.
That's a fun one.
Yeah. That's Joe Arpaio, right?
Yeah.
I like
that guy's crazy.
Sheriff Joe.
Yeah.
That's where Mike Tyson had to go.
He went there?
Mike Tyson had to wear pink. Yeah. He got caught with the cocaine.
Was it coke?
Yeah.
He wore pink.
Yeah, he wore pink. He only had to do a couple of days, but it was, you know, one of those proof of point type things.
Wow.
You know, that even Mike Tyson has to wear the pink.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, this is stupid, but their commissary is cheaper, right? Like, maybe it's all adjusted for prison inflation.
I don't think it works like that. America's only female what? Chain gang. The women who pull weeds and bury unclaimed bodies in air. What? Bury unclaimed bodies?
Oh, shit.
How often does that come up? That's number 2. Pull weeds, number 1. Bury unclaimed bodies, number 2. Number 3, pick up cans.
Wow.
That sucks so bad.
In the Arizona desert to avoid 23 hours of lockdown in country's toughest jail. Wow, they're all chained up, man.
Damn.
See, you gotta wonder, like, at what point is it slavery?
I wonder which one of these girls would be my prison girlfriend.
Look at that. They're
what do you think, Tom?
Body.
That's
They're burying
nuts,
an unclaimed
dude.
body.
So this is probably with the glasses.
I'd hook up with that chick's normally.
Oh, yeah.
This is probably like people that are border crossing and then wind up, you know, dehydrating and dying out there.
That's got to be so brutal. Oh, my God.
Through Arizona in the summer. You ever go to Phoenix in the summer?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, okay.
140 degrees.
140.
Wow. That's like the Middle East, dude.
140 degrees. And they're working outside, hacking weeds. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's
Get
brutal.
your life.
Do you think you can get sunblock? Can you request that, you think, in jail? Like at that?
Yeah,
I think for some people, like if you were an Irish guy with red hair,
I mean, I'm really fair. I'll burn. I would be like, excuse me, Sheriff.
They would catch you talking Spanish though, and they'd go, "Fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy.
He knows how to get tan."
There's a blonde chick
because you speak fluent Spanish. Yeah, I've seen people talk shit in Spanish around Tommy.
I know.
And then Tommy will say something in Spanish to them, and they'll go, "Oh, the white guy knows Spanish."
The best trick.
I'm doing a Spanish talk show on Monday.
No.
Yeah, I'm doing Noches con Platanito on Monday.
See that when he starts doing it in like real Spanish, you're like, oh, this is legit Spanish.
It's scary a little, right? It's a little alarming. You're like,
it's the host is a clown. You know, it's like a guy in full clown makeup.
Are you going to go on as your rapper?
I don't know. I thought about it. I don't know.
What is the rapper's name again?
DJ Dadmouth.
And if you haven't seen it, folks, DJ Dadmouth is how Tom gets to everybody. There's one thing that everybody hates. Not everybody, but most comics do not like doing morning TV shows.
Yeah.
They're probably the most watered down. It's like pretending that a glass that's 1/4 low-fat milk and 3/4 water, that it tastes good.
That's a good way of
That's
putting
really
it.
good, yeah.
I know. It's really,
like you could drink it. It's not going to give you any pain, but it's not good. You're not enjoying it.
It's the worst. I don't know. It's a hard gig to have.
Nachos con
there you are.
platanito.
That'll be Monday.
Noches con... What does that mean, Tommy?
Con platanito.
Nights with...
Nights of the plantains?
No, well, that's his name. Platanito is like little banana.
Oh.
So Nights with Little Banana.
Man, I wanted you to go on Sábado Domingo, that show.
You wanted
What's it called?
No, Sábado Gigante.
That's my jam.
Yeah.
What's Sábado
Giant
Gigante?
Saturday. Yeah.
It's been on for like 30
40 years or something.
And
yeah.
it's the show, the Latin show. And we were in Florida once in Miami in a hotel room. He was sick, and we were watching just hours of it because it'll have
I
everything.
think it ended. I think
It's
it
like
ended.
that guy.
paternity testing.
And that guy's been
That's
the host.
him. That's him.
That guy's been the host forever.
It's comedy sketches. They have paternity testing. They have just sluts. They've got everything on the show.
I think you just slut shamed.
How dare you?
You just
slut shaming.
Isn't that funny that that's a real expression now?
And
Slut
fat shaming and slut shaming now.
Yeah.
Scion.
Yeah.
Sigh.
And pronoun shaming. What's your pronoun, Joe?
Hey, be like,
I prefer Z. I like Z, H, and 2 E's. That's my pronoun.
I like
you
that.
saw. I'm
What's
sure
your
you
gender?
saw the His Majesty thing, right? You saw that,
Huh?
So, you haven't seen this?
Huh?
Yes. So, University of Michigan, like a lot of universities,
Yes.
is now doing this. Like you sign up for class, your professor sends out an email to the entire class. I'm Professor Joe Rogan. My preferred pronouns are he, him. And then this one kid was able to, because you can voluntarily choose your pronoun. He was like, mine is His Majesty.
I love it.
I like-
What a good kid.
Work the
And
system.
yeah, his whole thing was to point out the absurdity of it. But then people are like, "You're a fucking asshole!" Like they're all mad at him now.
His
for
name is
being-
Grant Strobel, chairman of the Young Americans Foundation, used the new policy to update his preferred pronoun to His Majesty.
I love it.
How could they be mad at him? That is no more ridiculous than HIR.
Of course.
Of course.
There's like 18 different gender pronouns now that have been identified.
And we also know there's astral gendered, if you're feeling like you're part of the cosmos.
Aren't you poly?
I'm poly and bi. Yeah. Yeah.
But you put it on your pod. He put it on his podcast or his Twitter page.
Yeah.
It was like Bi Awareness Day, and then some guy, a real professor, was tweeting,
Yeah.
and he retweeted it. Something that was so close to parody. What the fuck did he say?
He was just like it was. The wording of it was too absurd to even recall, but it was like, remember when you're today on Bi Awareness Day, your gender and to be bi is not to be gender specific, but your specificity of your gender can also dictate what your sexuality might be. Like what? Like something like that. Something I don't know. Confusing, yeah. And then it was like happy bi awareness.
You know, I finally used an all-gender restroom in Portland, and it was at a gay bar, and I didn't enjoy it. And it's not because of the whole pronoun thing. It's because you've got like dudes taking gnarly shits next to you, and
That's
I
an
don't
issue.
need it.
Yeah.
I don't need it.
Yeah.
I don't need it. Zims or zays.
I'm poly and bi, and I'm also fluid gender. My favorite thing is to be fluid gender because you can go however you're feeling in the moment.
But
you know?
but people have to know what to call you, so you have to update
my
them on your
favorite.
pronouns constantly.
We saw this video of this guy who was like, he was like, you should really respect people's pronouns, which I'm like, okay. And then he goes, and if you see somebody and you're not sure, just ask them. Be like, hey, what's your pronoun? To which I say, no, you fucking don't.
No.
Like, you're not going to just see somebody and be like, hey, I'm just wondering. What's your pronoun? I think the onus should be on the person.
Yeah.
if they want to.
Steven Crowder has a fucking hilarious video where he actually does this. And
Really?
he goes out and asks people what their preferred gender pronouns are, and there's the looks they give him. Like he goes to like grown adults and goes up to them on the street and just talks to them and just wonders what their preferred
What's
gender
your pronoun?
pronoun is. Nobody knows what the fuck you're talking about. It's
No.
preposterous.
I can't
It's-
wait for the backlash.
Wait,
just
will
from
you?
this.
Will you? What's that video of that guy Dustin?
Dakota?
Dakota.
Yeah.
We have to show Joe that one.
Dakota's amazing. Did you
They sent you the thing, yeah.
Dakota's incredible.
You got to see this Zimzer.
Zimzer?
Zimzer Zay.
Oh, for the different gender pronouns?
Mm-hmm.
Why is it so hard? Why can't you just do what they ask?
My pronouns are not preferred.
See, and the thing is, like, I feel like there's enough people going, okay, really, that it's kind of a legitimate thing to not be 100% on board with this, Because I feel a little like, oh, am I on the wrong end of history?
There's
Pronouns
Dakota.
are not preferred.
Ask a gender terrorist. There he is.
Hey y'all,
Whoa.
it's Dakota, and this is the newest video on my Ask a Gender Terrorist playlist on my channel.
Are we allowed to play this without?
Huh?
Yeah, you can't.
Oh, you can't just play it?
Well, we're not showing it on YouTube, are we?
I have it like picture in picture, but I'll take it off.
Yeah, take it off. I don't. It's this dude's
This is not
stuff.
a dude.
Whatever it is.
Yeah, that's not. That's.
It's got a beard.
No.
It doesn't have a preferred gender pronoun.
Well, that's what we're going to get to.
So that's the thing now, right? You can kind of be whatever you want to be.
Yeah, which is fine, I guess. I just think it's funny that some people are saying that you should see this individual and lead with, like, it's like, almost like it's rude for you to assume, which I think is absurd. That it's rude to assume. Like if you're gonna dictate a different pronoun, I think that should be on you.
It should be on a status. Like you should just show people.
Yeah. Or
Right.
Some people do have these little stickers that they put on. My preferred gender pronoun is.
That's cool.
Well, there's a Radio Lab, and this is one of my all-time favorite ones. There's a Radio Lab podcast, and they take it so seriously because it's Radio Lab. And there's a guy on it who's clearly out of his fucking mind, and he goes back and forth between male and female. He
During the
switches,
podcast?
switches while he's talking to you.
Oh, my
He goes, I
goodness.
just switched. I'm the man now. And you're like, well, okay,
Well-
when do you get to be a dragon? When do you get to read
Right.
minds? When
is
do you
this
get to
supposed
tell the
be-
future?
Then we're supposed to
Right.
respect this?
You have to, because it has to do with gender. So if this guy was telling you about his past lives, as a Roman gladiator, or if he was telling you about the future when the starships land, you would think that he's a crazy person, right?
Right.
But
I think
when,
it right now.
But when
Yeah.
you talk about gender,
Yeah.
as soon as you start talking about gender, you're supposed to like give people the benefit of all doubt. Like even if you think you're switching gender back and forth as you're talking, like the idea that your gender is like some sort of a seesaw. You're on the
Right.
precipice, and you can just go left or right, and
It is, you
just decide.
close-minded asshole.
You just decide.
Yeah, you don't understand, Joe.
But here's the thing: aren't we different a lot of the time?
Yes.
And why
Yeah.
can't
I
that
agree.
difference be expressed in gender? Like you the other day when you were cranky because you didn't get your sugar,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like what?
Then
That's
you'd
like
be
you
like a
decide,
bitch.
Yeah.
right? You have a different personality trait. You fell into this bitchy sort
But
of thing,
doesn't
right?
like that feeling that the going
Wait a minute,
back
that's
like
sexist
I
and
think I need to fire a joint up.
gender
Yeah.
phobic.
Getting nervous.
well I'm looking forward to ignoring so many emails that are going to come into my inbox about this conversation.
Me too.
But
People get mad.
oh, I know. They're going to get so mad. My point is, like, we've talked about this. Like, if you're feeling particularly lovey-dovey, right? You're petting kittens and you're putting your daughter's hair in ponytails. It's a more feminine feeling. So, did you switch genders at that moment? Or
No,
are you still...
specifically, this guy wanted to go back and forth to being recognized as a man and then recognized
In the
as a
middle of the
woman.
conversation.
And then as he goes back and forth, he becomes a totally different person.
Huh.
Like he's not going to tolerate any bullshit.
Yeah.
I think he was like in the military too. It was like there was a lot of weirdness to the story. if
And
I
he's
remember
under
right.
the care of a psychiatrist, though, right?
No,
Doing
no,
this?
no. He's out wandering around getting government grants and
Great.
Oh,
I don't know.
wow.
I have no idea. I have no idea what he's doing. But I just you never go like if someone goes back and forth and pretends to be Hungarian. Like I'm Hungarian now. I'm not. No, now I'm from Ireland.
Right,
right.
No, but I feel today I'm Hungarian again.
Yeah.
Right, I'm
Like-
identifying that way. But that's fine. Like, here's the thing. If you want to identify throughout the day, sometimes I am more masculine when I'm at the Comedy Store performing. I am very alpha male. It's macho. But do I have to demand that people know what to call me at every given moment? That's a little unrealistic.
Well, it's a new thing too.
new, yeah.
It's
How
really
dare
new.
I mean, it's so presumptuous and narcissistic that you should know what to call me all
Yeah,
the
does
time.
this
How dare
person
you?
at least say, like, right now, address me as her and
Like
she?
right
Yeah,
now
he has
I'm a
like two
she.
different names. He like
And he just snaps in and out of them.
depending
Okay.
on who. I might be misgendering or not, depending on how he or she hears this
And-
at the moment.
When
Like-
you,
Good point.
if you're
We
in a
don't wanna be
conversation
insensitive.
with that person,
Yeah,
would you like, you feel like that's a respect, like something that you'd be like, oh, okay, I'll respect your wishes.
I'm not changing your gender. You got to pick one.
Yeah.
If you say girl, I'll go, okay, you're a
Yeah,
girl. I'm
yeah.
cool with that. I don't have any problem with that. But
Sure.
you can't go back and forth.
Yeah.
Okay, or I can't talk to you.
Yeah.
It's too much work.
It is a lot
That's
of
the
work,
point.
Yeah.
I think that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's too much fucking work. And if you're an adult that's got a full life, how the fuck you have
Right.
room in your head for the Z's every second changing?
Well, not only that, that's somebody else's issue, right? What about yourself?
Yeah.
You know, I don't have any room to communicate
Yeah.
with you because you're concentrating on yourself so much. You want people to change how they address you. How
Yeah.
about can you just change how you feel occasionally and not have a new fucking name
Yeah,
that
why-
pops up
That's
on
right.
3
That's
o'clock in the afternoon? Now
Why-
I'm Bob.
Right.
You know?
Why do we have to label it every moment of every?
Well, it's
Because-
a super self-indulgent thing, and that's what you're getting out of this, and that's what like the people that are, they're being labeled as insensitive. Like that's kind of
Yes.
the point. The point is like, yeah, you're supposed to be insensitive of nonsense.
Yes, this deserves a fair amount
Yeah.
of mockery.
Yeah.
It really does.
I
A
agree.
fair amount.
Yeah.
A
But
fair
we're
amount.
afraid to, in part,
Yeah.
because we're going to get shamed on Twitter. People are going to call us phobic of this and that, even if you say something remotely
You're gender
unpolitically
phobic.
correct or whatever.
Yeah.
Look, there's a bunch of people out there that are just not happy. And they might
Yeah.
not be happy with their gender. They might not be happy with the way they look. They might not be happy with how old they are. They might not be happy with a bunch of different things. But we have like rules as far as like what you can change and what you can't change. And we're allowing people now, this is like a really recent thing, to just decide to change your gender, which doesn't affect me.
Yeah.
No.
I want people to have freedom.
Yeah.
Doesn't bother me. But what is this?
She there's an addendum to the Radiolab story. She made them edit out the references to her actually changing her identity. I guess she stopped
What?
switching.
What?
Huh?
After all this?
It says right here, she no longer flips.
She no longer
Was
flips.
a queer
Interesting.
trans woman.
She now
felt betrayed.
remains comfortable as a queer trans woman. What
Okay.
does that mean? What's
A gay-
queer? It's not queer. Is not gay though.
It's not?
No.
Oh, I thought it meant that.
Queer is like weird. Like you can do both.
Oh.
Right? Isn't it? What is queer?
Then
How do you?
No, I thought
might
queer
be
was
butchering
gay.
this. No, gay is gay. Queer is not gay. Queer is like non-defined,
Okay. So a non-defined trans.
non-binary.
What?
That's Tom's domain. Tom,
Yeah.
can you explain this?
Yeah. I mean, basically.
Break it down for us, please.
Well, you fall on the binary spectrum.
We're cisgendered privileged.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Strange.
She had a queer
All right.
feeling. Nope, that's not it. A homosexual. No. No. See, they're using it different now. See, it used to be homosexual, but it's not just homosexual anymore. Okay, terms and definitions, LBGT, right there. Click on that one.
LGBTQ now.
Oh, no,
Right.
there's an I and an A in there, too.
Uh-oh.
Look at that. See? Look at that.
Yeah.
Make that larger so I can,
Lesbian,
my fucking
gay.
shitty eyes can read it.
Bisexual, transgender,
Spread it.
queer.
Yeah, look at
Oh.
above. Go
Go
above to the top. Look, LGBTQA.
QA.
What is TBLG?
Queer or asexual is
Or
the key.
questioning.
Oh my
Or
God.
questioning. And asexual or out.
But there's intersexual too. There's I. Some people choose I.
Wait, what does that
I don't
mean?
know. Let's get to Q. Queer. Intersex, says Jamie. An umbrella term used by LGBTQA people to refer to
So
the
much.
entire LGBT community. An alternative that some people use to queer is the idea that labels and categories such as lesbian, gay, bisexual, etc., similar to the concept of genderqueer. Oh, okay. Genderqueer is different. What's genderqueer?
I think that'd be like me, like non-binary, where I don't
Okay.
fall under the spectrum of male or female.
Genderqueer is a term which refers to individuals or groups who are queer or problematize what? You're making up fake words. Hegemonic notions of sex,
What?
gender, and desire in a given society. Genderqueer people possess identities which fall outside of the widely accepted sexual binary.
You're not binary, are you?
You're
Yep.
genderqueer, bro.
Yeah.
You're genderqueer. I knew
Genderqueer
it.
may also refer to people who identify as both transgendered and queer, i.e., individuals who. Oh, this
This is a lot of work, man. It's a lot of
Well,
work.
this is much time. This is what you
Yeah.
do when you don't chop firewood.
Yeah.
This is what you do. And It's too fucking easy to get water.
Yeah.
It's too easy.
Yeah.
Just get
life
bottled water.
It's too easy.
Yeah.
Society. We have to invent all these things now.
What happened to just being
God
yourself?
damn it.
Why
Yeah.
does everybody have to be defined?
I don't know. Why do we have to check each other to make sure that everyone's on the same fucking agenda? Do you know how much I'm dreading our son, going to school? Do you know that there are schools that don't have grades, first grade, second grade, third grade, so that the kids don't feel bad? There's no hierarchy. Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, shit like that.
These soft people are trying to eliminate all forms of competition and scrutiny, and they're calling any criticism of you at all bullying.
Right.
Anything is bullying. It's all bullying.
Right.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Oy
like
vey.
Pee-wee leagues with no score, no winner.
I know, it's crazy. It's weird.
That is really weird.
It's weird.
I think losses really help you as a kid.
I think shame
100%.
helps you. Loss, anxiety, fear. Those were all my primary motivations as a young woman, and it carried me very far. I'm not a fucking loser,
And
because of these things.
I'm sure, like, the people that do it, that do mean shit or say mean shit to kids, they realize after they do it how shitty it feels.
Right.
Like, it's a learning experience even for them. Like, they should absolutely be corrected.
Yeah.
Right.
But this idea that somehow or another you're going to wipe all that stuff out, that's a
That's
part
the
of being a
problem.
person.
Right.
It's a weird part of being a person. Like, people like the fact that they can affect people by saying shit, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the idea that we're going to sanitize out everything so that your kids will never have to feel a bad feeling ever again. Everything's going to be perfect,
And we're
right?
going to make a whole new bathroom.
Right.
We're going to make a whole, an asexual bathroom because some people just, they're not sure.
Some people.
People are just going to start shitting outside. You know? They're just going to...
I can't wait for that.
Oh, what is this one? A half a skirt? Is this
In
new?
the forum someone just posted.
Oh my God, is that new? Is that real? That's at college.
an
That's
high
where your
school
tax dollars are going. It's a high school somewhere?
That's what it says, yeah.
Come on, man. How many people? How big of an issue is this? You know,
I
because
guess.
there's people that have all sorts of very strange identity disorders.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
There's a guy in England that thinks he's a 6-year-old girl, and he identifies as a 6-year-old girl, and he wears pigtails, the whole deal. And he sits down with his kids and his own parents.
His kids?
Yeah, he has kids.
Wow.
But he identifies as being a 6-year-old girl. And hey, we have to accept this. As long as you change gender, there you are. He's with his family. As long as you change gender, everybody's cool with it.
Meet the 52-year-old father.
Yeah.
Jesus.
See, if he thought he was 13, he tried fucking 13-year-olds. But I'm 13 too, you know.
Right. Is that
I
the
will
whole, maybe?
say-
Everybody go, no, you're out of your mind, dude.
She is gorgeous.
Look at this. He's living as a 6-year-old girl.
Abandons wife and kid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
that's
But let's
good.
be thankful
Oh, and
for that.
7 kids. He has 7.
Oh, jeez.
She has
Yeah, but do you want
7
this?
kids.
Do you want her to be a daddy?
Well, it's too late.
Yeah.
You know,
I know,
he's
but
already a daddy.
Better those kids are. The kids are
Oh,
better
there
off
you
without
go.
her.
Jesus.
So he was
Oh,
living as
Jesus
an adult.
Christ.
He has, you know, a family, the whole deal, and then
Yeah.
just decides that he's not just a woman,
Uh-oh.
but he's a young 6-year-old girl.
Yeah.
There's something else going on.
Again, psychiatrists need to get involved.
Here, let's give us a little
wellness.
volume on this young Jamie.
Project web series and as well the TV show Am I a Boy or Girl?
Am I a boy or a
Why
girl?
did you decide to go so public with your story?
I paid a pretty heavy price for transitioning, and so at a certain point,
He has to act like it's
thought-
normal.
I've already lost everything, and everything has happened. I'm gonna be me, and I'm gonna show other people that it's okay to be.
It's
She
not,
looks like most
for a guy.
middle-aged women in
So
Wisconsin,
by coming
I feel
out of
like.
the closet, it just liberated me.
Like
to the
my
point
friends'
where-
moms when I was a kid, that in Milwaukee, they all look like that.
They're all transgendered 6-year-olds.
See, I'm torn.
Yeah?
Yeah.
About
Because I don't give a shit if he wants to be a woman.
No.
Right.
But I just can't. There's a line that's being pushed by these fucks. They keep going further and further, and they keep taking advantage
Yes.
of your acceptance.
Yes.
And they want nonsense to get through.
Yes.
This is fucking nonsense.
It's nonsense.
This is a person who just wants nonsense. The world didn't work out for them.
Yeah.
The regular world of having a short haircut and wearing T-shirts. They're like, no, I'm going to wear little girls' dresses. I'm going to be a 6-year-old. Hey, how about fuck you?
Yeah.
How about fuck you, man?
Well,
Enough.
Now here's the
Right.
thing. Don't you feel
Conformity
like
is not so
20
bad.
years ago, maybe even less, the answer to like, I'm a 6-year-old. Everyone would be like, hey, go fuck yourself.
Because all these shut-ins
You know?
are all online, and they're all ganging up.
Yeah.
They're ganging up and attacking universities
Right.
and attacking anybody who sees anything any differently. This is not acceptance,
No.
folks. Acceptance is 100% fine. You should be able to do whatever you want. But you want to pretend that's not crazy,
Right.
we got a problem.
Yeah.
If
Right.
you're a 52-year-old man, you pretend to be a 6-year-old boy, you're out of your fucking mind. Well,
Yeah.
guess what? If you're a 52-year-old man, you want to be a 6-year-old girl, you're still out of your fucking mind.
Yeah.
You've been alive for 52 years. We're supposed to pretend that your life experiences is nothing
You're right.
because you enjoy that stage of life.
Correct.
You're given so much credibility to this idea. I feel
Yeah.
like this is because of the gender
That's
switch.
right. You
100%.
can't say
100%.
shit
You're right.
unless
Because you're into, especially if you're like me. If you're
Yeah.
a man and a meathead like
Yeah.
me,
Right.
you're like,
You're gonna
this
be judged.
fucking asshole,
Right.
insensitive asshole.
Yeah.
But this is nonsense.
But for the record, I'm a woman, and I think this is complete horseshit too.
it's 100% horseshit.
And you know, and also there's something good about the conformity of the 1950s and before, because I feel like I'm serious.
We're gonna rock around the clock tonight.
Of course, no, I'm telling you, that's you know, that was a time when you couldn't. He's got fucking 7 kids, bro.
Telling
7
you-
kids. Don't you think that outweighs your duty to your family, outweighs your need to be a 6-year-old
It's-
girl?